Hi, I'm Lissa. Welcome to Sophisticated Earth. If you're new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. It's been about a month since I have posted anything, a lot going on. And if you felt like your world has been falling apart over the last 2 weeks, 10 days, I want to assure you and start by saying that you are not alone and you are not imagining it. I think that many of us have felt um, what you're feeling right now. Sorry, I'm distracted with these cards and don't know why. Many of us have felt what you're experiencing, and it's a systematic collapse of the old timeline. Um, it feels like everything is falling apart and rebuilding kind of all at the same time. This intense push and pull, things coming together and things falling apart, it's really because the container that we've been living in, the old identity, the old profession, the old relationships, the old version of yourself, your old comfort zones, whatever that represents for you. They're already starting to knock. I hate it when they do that. Whatever that old container is for you, it's simply become too small for the energy that you now are, that you are carrying. Um, and what you will be carrying into the future. It's too small for the person that you are becoming and the person that you have become so far. Remember, we are currently navigating a mid July timeline split, spit it out, girl. Where the broader energy right now is incredibly expansive. The veil feels really thin to me at times, like that knocking, and golden. And that's thanks to Jupiter and Leo. It's working alongside heavy hitting Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And that is what's forcing sort of a necessary death to illusion, necessary death to all structures that are no longer valid on the next timeline, which I believe we're all seeing on a personal and global scale. It's really hard stuff. We have a very intense alignments like the bar bolt basket formation, which is happening right now. I think that's the 19th through the 22nd. So that's happening right now when I'm releasing this video, creating a literal fork in the road. One path, um, one path is your old timeline. It's what you know. It's security through familiarity. It's choosing what is safe and what you have known forever. And the other is a new path, growth, and really the unknown, yet to be discovered through your own authenticity, through your own growth, through your own shedding of all of the different layers that we're shedding right now. So, and I think that that's really what that friction is. So, if you're feeling the friction, it's really not because you're failing. The chaos and the emotional upheavals and deep digging and perhaps lashing out, it isn't actually a sign of failure. It's, I don't want to say a structural demolition, but it really is. It feels like the layers just pulling right off, one after another, getting rid of all the layers to make room for the expansion that is available to you now or will be available to you very, very soon. And it's because you're being asked to continue to release these old, really deep emotional. woundings. And this could be, it can be ancestral, it can be lineage, it can be past lifetimes. It's old emotional baggage, defense mechanisms, old belief systems that have kept you safe in the past. And finally, once and for all, it feels like we are shedding these and moving into the future. So, what we are going to look at today in the cards. This is the Ethereal Bloom deck, which I will probably be using for clarification. I have been itching to use the Star Tarot all week. This is a beautiful deck. Absolutely stunning. But I did actually keep the book with me simply because these have so much detail and so much symbolism in them. So, Spirit, connecting with us now, tell us about, tell me about for you, the push and the pull. What's going on? The Knight of Wands. What is the situation? What part? I did write it down right here. What part of your old identity are we leaving behind? What is the new foundation and the new beginning? Whoop. Interesting. That is really interesting. Um, Nine of Wands in this deck. So it's the end of the road. It's this Nine of Wands. This is all Wands. Well, Knight of Wands as well. And I think this really represents your current energy and where you are. You want to move forward into this fiery passion. This is a phoenix on the top up there. I don't know if you can make it out, but like right up here is a phoenix, which is a resurrection and a rebirth and a brand new beginning for I think this Knight of Wands is really representing everything that you have overcome through the force of will and fire, through trial and fire, uh, working through all of those old painful things that it's a lot of work and a lot of rebirth and a lot of patience and a lot of it feels like coming from the solar plexus, a lot of, yes, self love, but a lot more self confidence. It's like you believe in you. This is the current situation. This is what part of your old identity is collapsing. So I do want to say this is what the collapse is. um, this is what came out with it, the Three of Swords, and that is heartbreak. It is. Look at those angels surrounding her. I don't know if you can make that out that well. Surrounding her, healing her, helping her to know that she is not alone on this path. Um, you are not alone on this path. It cost you a lot of heartbreak having to give up what you gave up, um, and what you had to triumph over. And I want to congratulate you. It feels like it was inconquerable to most, but you did it with grace. You did it with the fury of the heart of a person who knows what they're worth and what their value. Um, yeah, that dream catcher up in the top is really, really catching my eye a lot. A lot of protection over you during that time where you were collapsing. What it is that you when this old was collapsing out of your life, this heartache, this unsure of yourself, this I'm giving and giving and giving to everybody else, and I'm not getting. I'm trying, and it's not fulfilling. My heart hurts. But Spirit wants you to know, I think Spirit in this situation, what they're talking about is you were really, really protected, much more than perhaps you thought you were. Um, and which allowed for from beautifully, beautiful from this heartache right here, from this heartache, you arose powerful, with strength, with dignity, with fire. Um, Fire under your belt, ready to go. Okay, so, woo, get back in there. Um, the challenge, what is a source of pressure? What are we leaving behind? What is a challenge? Tell me, Spirit, what is a challenge for this person right now? Because it looks like you've done so much work, all of that work to really find your passion and your power. What is a challenge right now? The King of Pentacles. A beautiful card. Beautiful cards. Um, the challenge right now is the King of Pentacles. This could be, it's interesting. There's, oh, and the Ace of Swords on the bottom, which is clarity, which is clarity and truth, wanting to understand your clarity and your truth and your path and your purpose. Um, the King of Pentacles is the challenge here would be that you're unable, maybe you're not knowing exactly where your path is. That's so funny, the unicorn on there. I love the unicorn. And side story. Okay, so maybe not a side story. Okay, so I was doing this little coaching thing that I read on the that I listened to on the internet. And it said you needed to pick an animal um, that was sort of representative of what your ideal mate was. It's a teal swan thing. I think I saw it on a short. I think that's who it was, and I chose because they said like you could be like anything, Earth, fire, on the earth, real or imagined, whatever this animal is that you choose. I chose a unicorn because they are magical and mystical, and I, I don't know. I've always felt like they're so wise and so beautiful, and they just, I have a very positive image of unicorns, as we all do. We should, but it's interesting because it also represents fantasy, and that might be part of the problem here. You're really um, you're unclear about what the next path is. You're unclear about what direction you want to go with these two guys looking opposite directions, and you're trying to ground in. The challenge is grounding in this dream that you dared to dream, and grounding it from fantasy of the unicorn into reality of the earth and the tree of life here. Um, and that is the challenge. It is taking what you have imagined could be your best new life in this new timeline, and the challenge really is becoming this push and pull of, hey, I'm trying to ground it into this reality, into the 3D reality with me. And the challenge is that I'm simply not seeing, I'll see it for a second and then it's all pulled back. It's like Well, it's actually really good because it's two steps forward and one step back instead of two steps forward and three steps back. So we're still making forward progress, but the real challenge here is grounding what it is that you have envisioned for yourself and for your life and for your future and for your legacy and for your kingdom into the 3D, while still holding true to that mystical, magical, uh, the word I want to say is uncompromising, but that doesn't really describe a unicorn. But it is an uncompromising, Um, uncompromising the goal, uncompromising the dream. It may be that you're, on one hand, not sure you're going to be able to do it, but you don't want to compromise on it either because you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle. You don't want to settle on this new path. And that's a challenge. Which one are we doing? Are we settling, or are we going to keep pushing forward in the unknown, um, and forge our own path and make that 3D down here in the real world, make those dreams come true in this next reality, and making them tangible and making them real, achievable, not just something you're dreaming up. Um, looks like that's what our challenger is. No, our challenger. It might be a person for you. There might be a person challenging you. It could be a male. Um, I'm not going to read all the signs and do all of that stuff, but it could be someone challenging you, or it could be you challenging yourself, like you preventing yourself and sort of procrastination is not the word, but it's the word that keeps coming up. So maybe it is procrastination. Maybe it is that you're not. Maybe it is a little bit scary to bring what you've always wanted into reality, and now it's here, and it's a challenge because it's scary. And can you actually do it? So, what do we need to leave behind? What is it that we need to leave behind here in order to ground in what it is that we want? That's interesting. We have a King of Wands, only we have it in reverse. Now, this deck, you are not supposed. Well, I mean, you can read them in reverse, but she didn't design them that way. Um, Whoever the designer is, doesn't matter. Uh, what do you need to get rid of, or what do we need to change in order to overcome the challenge of grounding this? And it procrastination. Exactly what I said a few minutes ago. Overcome procrastination. Know that your time has come and that you can trust yourself. Know that this was a hard won battle. This battle over here to heal yourself was a hard won battle. Um, yeah, you have to let go of any doubt. I mean, I think that this side over here, this what you came from, is oh so much harder than what it is that you're headed to. Um, And yeah, you're probably exhausted. That is exhausting. That is really we've been in a very exhausting time for the last year, particularly for the last few months, where it's all the timelines are shifting and we're moving into the new, and it really is time to let go of all of that self-sabotage. You have to let go of it. Tell me a little bit more about that. Tell me a little bit more about the King of Wands. You really have to change, really transform um, your the way that you see the world and the way that you are. What's on the bottom here? Three cups. Okay. Um, Five of Pentacles, Death card to clarify the King of Wands in reverse. This death is beautiful, and I want to point out that Spirit is telling you we've got the Phoenix here, we've got the Phoenix here. Spirit is telling you that you have done the work. It is time to rise. You can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. You can come out of this time of apathy and fear. Oh, I just noticed a little butterfly. Can you see the butterfly up there? The hope. The hope. I love hope. Yeah, and wisdom and intuition and transformation. You have done the transforming work. Um, and you have to let go of the uh, it's believe in yourself, believe in you. And I know that's trite, and I know you've heard it a million times, but you really have overcome it. And you have overcome it. You know you're ready. You know that this dream is yours. You know that you can do anything. You've already done anything, overcoming what you've overcome and coming through this heartache and grief and loss. I can see it here. Pardon me. Confirmation burp. So, put down, get, allow yourself to be free. Trust and, it's so hard. We trust so many people who don't really deserve our trust and have a very challenging time trusting ourselves. Um, I think we should put more trust. You should put more trust in yourself. You know you better than anybody. Your spirit knows what's good for you, what's not good for you. Your spirit knows what's on your path, what's not on your path. And your spirit wants to give it to you. God wants to give it to you. So believe in yourself is really what this is saying. Know in your heart of hearts that you are in control and you can change anything. Okay? You can do anything. You've already overcome so much. What is the hidden blessing in this spirit? What is it that you don't see coming? The high priestess, she's a little scary looking. She's actually scarier looking than Dev, but she's the weaver of all webs. What you don't see coming is your ability to create the life that you want. What you don't see coming is how well you can interact and work with the universe and God and your spirit team to actually make everything come true. You don't see this. You don't know this about yourself. This may be a gift that has yet to show itself. And once you come through, that may be once you come through this process and you truly believe in yourself, there's a hidden gift coming through. Um, you, That's so interesting. Tell me more about the hidden blessing, what we don't know. Huh. A healing blessing of happiness and joy and love and give and take coming from, it's funny, it's like the universe has weaved this together for you. The universe has been weaving for you this beautiful web that is going to lead you to the Two of Cups, where it's equal give and take, and um, the rainbows behind you. You begin to feel that again. You can begin to feel the love inside of yourself blossoming out after a time of great heartache and loss and betrayal. Nine of Wands showing himself again, along with the Hangman, along with the Magician. Um, I think this might be where I try and wrap it up here. Is our final message. How long is this? Yeah, it's been a while. This is our final message. Um, Final message. Nine of Wands, the Hanged One, which is the Hanged Man. They say the Hanged One on this, and the Magician. It is the end of the road. It is the choice. It is You've conquered it. We're not at the 10 yet for this card, but this is giving me you've conquered it. You've conquered both sides. You've conquered the light and the dark, and you're holding strong in who you are, in who you've become. In this, in the collapse of everything else, the ownership of everything that you are, that's all space in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it is the ownership after all of this heartache, after all of that heartbreak and loss and betrayal. You know who you are, and you proclaimed who you are, and you proclaimed every ounce of every special being that you are, sent from God, sent from heaven. You are really seeing yourself differently. It's a whole new point of view, brand new seeds planted, whole new point of view. The world is different now. The world is different. You have conquered yourself and see things from a completely different point of view. And what you now know is that you have the ability to create on earth. You have this ability. You know you can do this. You will overcome this fear, this unicorn over here, this, oh my gosh, it's way too much. It's not even real. Yeah, it is. And you're the one who's going to actually make it real. You're the one who's going to bring it here to Earth. Um, One last thing that I did want to do before I wrap it up. I had gotten these out little let go cards because I thought we were going to talk about what you're letting go, which we are. But they made that quick. Okay. Yeah, it's saying believe in yourself. This is letting go cards. I don't remember Amazon. I don't remember where I got them. We wouldn't know paradise if flowers refused to release their fragrance. Give your gifts freely. Give your gifts freely. Your mind is a recorder. Let go of all the negative, unkind replays and replace them with elevated sounds. Um, yeah, fantastic. Let go, let God. It looks like Spirit is telling you, you know, during this mid July split, this timeline split, it looks like you are choosing the new timeline, and it is really scary, and it can be challenging. Um, but Spirit really wants you to know that I lay a table before you is literally what I just heard. What I was thinking was Spirit wants you to know that they're there and they're helping, on the other side lay the ground before you. And what I heard was I lay the ground before you. That's really it. The universe is coming through. Trust yourself. Catch your unicorn. Bring it home. It'll be good. I hope this message helps someone, and I will see you on the next one.